Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to It's Only Food. We are in Blaine, Minnesota at the Edgewood Senior Living property, and we are going to make the world's greatest Alfredo sauce today. So let's go to the kitchen and I'll show you how to do it. Let's go. Well, as we see here, the finished product is, and then we are going to start out with our main star of the show, pasta, angel hair capellini, a little heavy cream, heavy whipping cream. We've got, of course, our garlic peeled, chopped in oil. Then some awesome Parmesan cheese, shredded. You can use grated if you prefer. And, of course, our chicken base. We always use this when we make a sauce here on It's Only Food. And, of course, some fresh basil and some tomatoes, grape tomatoes for garnish. But we don't want to forget that we've also got to get our olive oil. And let's take the olive oil over to the pan right now. Turn it up to about a medium heat. This is either flame or gas, or, well, flame and gas are the same thing, so you're going to want that. Or your standard oven at home. Go ahead and liberally put this in the bottom of the pan before you start cooking. Get a little hot. And, of course, we had our garlic. We whisk that up a little bit, mix it up with, infuse it. Basically, you're making an infused oil. I know when you saute, you're supposed to get the pan hot and then put it in there. Garlic does have a high smoke point, so we want to make sure that we don't burn it. Whisk that around in there and get it good to go, and then we can add our, you see the garlic is cooking now, so we want to make sure we get the oil in there. I'm sorry, the oil, but the heavy whipping cream in there before it starts to scald the garlic. But we shouldn't have to worry about scalding the garlic with all that liquid in there. So we are pouring a quart of heavy whipping cream into the pan. Then we're going to whisk that up. Get all this mixed up together, because it will separate again if we don't. And then we're going to turn this, leave it on medium heat just to kind of get it to start cooking, and then it'll thicken. As you can see, if you look here around the edge of the pan, you will see, let me get a little closer shot. There we go. You can see around the edge of the pan the bubbles are starting to occur. That is oxygen leaving. That means your sauce is starting to reduce, which means it is getting smaller. Get it to about half of what it is, and then it starts to thicken. It comes with heavy cream. This is just another way of thickening a sauce. You can use a roux or a cornstarch to thicken, but we like to do a reduction with heavy cream because it just makes for a creamier sauce. You can see here where the flames of the underneath the pan are hitting it. You can see the ring almost of where the bubbles are. That shows you where the fire is. Back out of there. Oh, we're getting thick now. Yep. Let me throw in our chicken stock. Our base. Mix that up real good in there. Yeah, it's already starting to get thick. You get that scrape around the edges there. You can feel it with your whisk too. There it is. You can see how thick that's getting now. The bubbles are letting that oxygen out. The reduction is taking place. It's starting to become a sauce. Yeah, I can feel that on the whip. Yeah. Then we're going to add our cheese to this, and the cheese will actually help thicken it too. So we'll just stir that, make sure all the edges aren't, because when we add the cheese, might actually burn it. So there we go. There's our grated Parmesan cheese. You can use pecorino, and you can also use grated cheese. This is just the way I like to do it, because this will help thicken it, as I said earlier. Whip all this into it with the whisk. Make sure that you don't use a Teflon pan and a metal whip, or you will scrape the crap out of your pan. There's the sauce. That is an Alfredo sauce right there. I think I'm going to give this a little taste to make sure it tastes okay, but boy, it sure looks good. It's thick, it's hearty, it is going to stick to those noodles. Make sure when you take your noodles, you don't put too much oil on them. Let me taste this. A little bit of salt and pepper in there. There we go. Well, as I was saying, we don't want to put this on an oily noodle. It'll slide right off the noodle. You want it to adhere to your pasta, so don't put too much oil on your pasta when you make this at home. I got the plate out. What I like to do is throw it in a bowl with the sauce. That way you're not slopping it all over your stove and your pan trying to get it. Use a separate bowl. Put a little sauce, a little pasta in there. Hit it with a little more parsley and some Parmesan cheese. Looks good to go. You can throw a couple tomato wedges on there. And that's it. Right there. That's pasta. That is like a anchor to a boat. That is so thick. That is good looking stuff. I'm going to go give this to a CNA. Let her eat breakfast. You guys have a good one. Are we live? Oh. Welcome back. Thanks for joining It's Only Food. We just got back from the kitchen where we made the world's greatest Alfredo sauce with a little heavy cream and some garlic and Parmesan cheese and chicken stock. I want to give a shout out to some people here. Ashley, Tara, and Jessica O. I want to give a shout out to this episode. They've really done a lot to get the show moving around the Facebook and all the social media and talking about it at work. And Jessica just got done eating the Alfredo sauce. So she said it was yum yum. So I appreciate that. Also, in the analytics of the show on YouTube, we have seen that Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines, and Mexico are very big. They are ones that watch the show. Besides the United States, there are people that in those countries that are really hitting the show hard and watching it. So I want to say thanks to you. We appreciate you watching our show, and we want to send a big hi to you and appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. We're on our next show. Now, our next show, we will be doing something with tofu. That's kind of a request from one of my waitstaff. She loves tofu, and she wants to see us do a show about tofu. So most likely some tofu with broccoli. So make sure you look forward to our show with tofu. Make sure you visit the YouTube page, and it's right here at this address. Subscribe, comment, give it a like, and if you don't think it's the world's greatest Alfredo sauce, type in on the comments why you think so. Give us your recipe. If you don't like it, yeah, get your own show then. Appreciate you watching. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time here on It's Only Food. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Kitty, kitty.